Hello and welcome to the SWC, the Supremacy World Championship. What we're going to do is we're going to slowly examine the teams on this map, some of the games that are ongoing or have finished, and as well we'll just provide updates. As some of these maps have finished already. I was hoping to do the sort of introduction before while all the teams were playing. Unfortunately, some of the teams won before the last game started, so that has had a slight impact on my timing. Some of these games finished off on points, but the surrender and the official points that go into the standings will be differently. So for that, what we'll do is we'll start with Group A. Group A includes Battlecry Academy, Ikereti, Taverne Noire, and Warriors of Valhalla. The map that you see here, this is the Warriors of Valhalla versus Battlecry Academy. This game actually ended on day 3 in a 905 to 831 win for Battlecry Academy. With that, let's just loop in here and see what it would have looked like at the end there. I'm just going to pull up the map back to day 3. So it took them 2 days to get that final win. It looks like Germany got broke through, and that's where we stood. With that, I'm going to go more to the game later, but I just want to start off by introducing the different teams. So Battlecry Academy is ranked 152 in the game. They have 5 wins and 2 losses. Their notable wins are over Mano Negra, Intocabili, and Compañía Cadroa. They were led on the map. They had Akron M, who's ranked 2,265 with 13 challenge wins. He's played 252 games and has 77 wins and a 1.18 KD. The next player is SREBRNIKS, 83, ranked 18,875, 3 challenge wins with 44 wins in 197 regular games played and a 1.4 KD. You have Fish 00, who's ranked 12,827 with 7 challenge wins and 58 wins on 80 maps with 1.77 KD. You also had High Res 83, who's ranked 4,803 in the game, 14 challenge wins, pacing the Battlecry Academy team with 86 wins in 221 maps and a 1.54 KD. And you had WKS or 1921, ranked 25,197 with 2 challenge wins and 47 public wins in 180 games with a 1.28 KD. Who they were up against is the Warriors of Valhalla. So the Warriors of Valhalla are ranked 153, but they have 10 wins and 4 losses. Their notable wins include wins over Starcy Panoe, Mano Negra, and Hellreaper's Academy. On their team, they had Teglad, ranked 5,876 with 5 challenge wins, 79 wins in 103 games, and a 2.82 KD. S. Williams, ranked 44,357 with 6 challenge wins, 37 out of 83 wins, and a 0.97 KD. You had Fletch with 5 challenge wins, 42 out of 42 wins in 45 games, and a 2.37 KD. Mr. Beard ranked 45,028 with 8 challenge wins and 32 wins in 50 games and a 2.55 KD. And underscore Frosty underscore ranked 2,800 with 1 challenge win, 42 wins in 71 games and a 1.55 KD. So what you're seeing is that there was players with more experience on Battlecry Academy, but overall it seems that the vast majority of the Warriors of Valhalla team has played more games together. As well, I would say that Warriors of Valhalla has slightly better notable wins, meaning that they've played against slightly better opponents overall and have come out victorious. With that being said, fairly evenly matched, and let's just get into the newspaper a little bit more to see what happened on day 3. So on day 3, it looks like there's the surrender, and very very nice, very polite. I really like it when it doesn't get nasty in the newspaper, and you understand things didn't go your way, or you won, and you just congratulate your opponent and you move on. So what you had, that's something that I actually missed seeing. So you had Ottoman had managed to capture 2 Italian provinces, but Austria-Hungary had just managed to push straight through and cause serious damage to the German Empire. It looks like 25 losses to 68,000 kills. That's just huge, especially for day one. Highly aggressive move. Also, Italy had done a very nice move on France, with Fletch doing a good move there, and it looks like Russia held off a Swedish attack. Very aggressive starts to the game, and I absolutely love it. Beyond that, you see that France also managed to, while they got their hit in on Italy, they also managed to cut in on Germany as well. France and Spain didn't look like they had too much. Looks like Morocco lost those troops mainly in former Switzerland, south of France, and in Genoa, Italy. So right in that area, here's where Morocco lost most of their troops. So that is where we stand. Warriors of Valhalla did get this win, so congratulations to Warriors of Valhalla on a very impressive start, very aggressive start. I'm sure you guys are fully enjoying having that nice long vacation before the next month's map starts. And Battlecry Academy, I personally got a chance to see them play when they were facing off against our academy, and I will say they're an excellent team, and I know that they'll fight back and come out with a very strong map too. So good luck to them as well in their second map. Our next map is Icareti versus Taverne Noire. So I will start off by introducing these two teams, and then we'll get into the map, as it looks like there's clearly some stuff going on, but I don't see exactly where we are. Day 6, but it looks very close to being over, so sorry for getting a little bit excited and jumping ahead. So Icareti is playing as Team 2 on this map, and they are ranked 30 in the world. They have 27 wins and 6 losses. Their most notable win is over La Meute Sanglante. On the map, they're led by YHags 1564 with 10 challenge wins, 109 wins in 162 games, and a very impressive 6.31 KD. You also have Capo_09, who's ranked 8,152 with 11 challenge wins, 72 wins in 114 games, and a 2.58 KD. You also have Marco Duff 2515, ranked 2,515 with 46 challenge wins and 205 wins in 314 games, and a 1.95 KD. You also have Jagalone Wombat, ranked 2,324 with 33 challenge wins, 178 wins in 252 games, and a 2.09 KD. And you have Ispri, ranked 1,553 with 6 challenge wins, 37 wins in 92 games, and a 1.72 KD. Over on the other side, Taverne Noire was ranked 267 in the world with 6 wins and 5 losses, and their notable win was over Supreme Corporation. There are 5 players, and I'm going to say all 5 players, even though there's only 3 left in the game, are Acapulco, ranked 112, 6,098 with 7 challenge wins, 16 wins in 127 games, and a 0.79 KD. Petite Pomme, ranked 66,512 with 2 challenge wins and 11 wins in 77 games, and a 1.03 KD. CDE Galiza, ranked 388,110 in the game with 1 challenge win and 5 wins in 6 maps and a 1.15 KD. Kif Kif Le Premier, ranked 13,203 with 4 challenge wins, 26 wins in 88 games and 1.31 KD. And Tirix_6, ranked 13,648 with 9 challenge wins and 43 wins in 236 games and a 1.14 KD. With that, let's get into the map a little bit more, and I'll take the newspaper back to day 2 because that's where it starts off with AI. So at the start of day 3, it looks like Spain had managed to get a landing in northern Morocco right here, and it looks like France and Germany had pushed through the eastern side of Austria, while Ottoman had pushed up from the south, and Russia had pushed on the east. They had pushed so far through that they were even going down through Italy. They had left almost all of the AI except for Serbia alone, is what it appears. I don't see any troop losses here, so I wonder if there was just some open captures, which just seems confusing, but I'm not too sure why or how that would happen. Typically you see losses that show up there, but we don't see anything on here. Looks like Austria-Hungary managed to lose just the one province, and they cost Russia a lot of damage. But at the end of the day, though, with that big hit, that probably means that troops were diverted there instead of to other places. So when they lost 22,000 troops but killed 63 of Russia, then they essentially split troops around that 35,000 mark with the Ottoman Empire. It just really makes it difficult to hold off. And then I'm just going to go right down through here, and then you had France that pushed through and Germany that pushed through, and it just really stretches it very strongly. So you also had very little troops that would have been able to hold that western side of the front, and so when they started pushing through, that just makes it very difficult just to hold off and defensively play against all 4 sides. That's really just 4 countries crashing down on you, and very hard to get the amount of troops up there to help. I wonder if Sweden being more aggressive up top would have allowed maybe Russia to hold troops back. Either way, I think that was essentially where the end happened. You'll see that even though they did get the landing there, weren't able to push through. I wonder if there was a surrender and that they're just going through. I don't see anything officially announced though, or it could just be that they're still trying to fight it out. But you've got quite a few captures here, so it looks to me like at this point they're just trying to hit the 1,500 points. I don't see anything officially in the newspaper, and nothing was officially announced in the SWC match results. So that is a game that I'm uncertain of. But as you can see, they got the landing. And it just took up and down on the coast. Looks like Denmark even took some land from down there. It just turned into an issue. Italy fell. A landing in Northern Ireland, and Austria was on its last legs. Day 5, my guess is a revolt back there, and another landing here. Sweden falls. Austria's down to 1 province, maybe 2 provinces, and Italy falls, and that is essentially where we are at right now. Just mop-up mode is what it looks like. So next day changes in 1 hour and 10 minutes, probably close to the game being over, and that would be where it's at. I'm fairly confident that from here I'd be able to say congratulations to Ikeretti on their Game 1 win, and Daval Noir, I hope you guys are able to bounce back. I haven't seen who your next map is with, but you guys have plenty of time to pull together and to come right back out for another map. We head on over to Group B. Group B has both games that are completed and are finals, both of them off of surrenders, and either in cleanup mode or already done. The 4 teams in this group are Alcatea Fantasma, the Shadows of War, Ordine Supreme delle Aquile, Operations Blitzkrieg 2. I'm going to start off with the first map that was completed. The first map that was completed was the Shadows of War versus Ordine Supreme de Aquile. That final was by surrender, and it was 1,230 points to 582 in favor of the Shadows of War. The Shadows of War team is ranked 81. They have 32 wins and 7 losses. Their notable wins are over the Royal Arab Guard, Promedio, Indugabili, Brabande Kergudu, and Supreme Corporation. The Shadows of War played as Team 2 on this map, and they were led by Chandelahar, ranked 1,238 with 14 challenge wins, 71 wins in 135 games, and a 2.31 KD. Red Bear 1913, ranked 839 in the world, with 7 challenge wins and 43 wins in 82 games and a 2.73 KD. Nate Godum, ranked 2,249 in the world, with 2 challenge wins, 59 wins in 368 games and a 1.48 KD. Astro Celestius, ranked 29,011 with 1 challenge win and 19 wins in 86 games and a 1.73 KD. And Cloaken, ranked 1,166 in the game with 4 challenge wins, 23 wins in 42 games, and a 2.18 KD ratio. Ordine Supreme de Aquile was ranked 2,509, 251 in the world, with 2 wins and 6 losses. Their notable win is over Intogabili. On their team, they had Salve Salvino, playing in Sweden, if I recall correctly, with one challenge win, 13 wins in 27 maps, and a 2.7 KD. Myth Mouse, ranked 26,439 in the world, with 4 challenge wins, 29 wins in 171 games, and a 1.41 KD. Cassius 182, ranked 1,123, with 30 challenge wins, 88 wins in 317 games, and a 1.41 KD. The Professor, ranked 15,927, with 21 challenge wins and 118 wins in 153 games and a 2.29 KD. And Maddie _ G Soriex, ranked 432,325 in the world, with 1 challenge win, 5 wins in 17 games, and 0.91 KD. This map was over on game day 7, so we'll just go back and see how this game progressed. So it started off with Ordine Supreme de Aquile taking Portugal and finishing off Africa, and that was the only AI move that they did. Serbia remained standing through that game, and the Shadows of War took out the capital part of Denmark on the mainland, as well as Belgium and Switzerland. After that, looks like things stayed pretty similar without moves through day 3. But once day 4 hit, Spain had been absolutely collapsed. It was just 1 province and the island left there. Austria, it looks like, had lost 1 province. Heading over to day 5, that last province of Spain had been taken out. Again, no change anywhere else. But as soon as day 6 hit, there was a capture in Russia and landings on Morocco, and that is where the game took its final turn before the surrender was done, and teams moved their troops over to the water, with the win taking place on the day 7 day change. So between day 6 and day 7. With that put the final score at 1,230 to 582. I want to say congratulations to the Shadows of War for their win, and game well played by Ordine Supreme de Aquile, especially considering that they're also playing in the HAT tournament. Having 2 tournaments going on at the same time is very difficult, especially getting 2 wins out of those, since they won their game in the other tournament. Very difficult, but I look very much forward to seeing how they are able to push through over their next 2 maps here. we now rotate on over to the second map inside Group B. That's Alcatea Phantasma versus Operations Blitzkrieg 2. I will start off by introducing Alcatea Phantasma. They're ranked 26 in the game with 58 wins and 21 losses. Their notable wins are over Ejército Fantasma, Hell Reapers Elite, Royaume de Nelva, Caballeros de Orden de Cristo, Les Mercenaires, Supreme Corporation, Boot Brigade, Battlecry Academy, Warriors of Valhalla, and Compañía Guaya. On their team, they have Shaman 97, who is ranked 24,821, with 7 challenge wins, 28 wins in 56 games, and a 1.48 KD. They have Roni de Guerra, ranked 2,941, with 8 challenge wins, 132 wins in 154 games. Martinelli, ranked 12,508, with 3 challenge wins and 56 wins in 68 games and 3.22 KD. Capfroda, ranked 6,676, with 5 challenge wins, 69 wins in 201 games, and 1.53 KD. And finally, Bruno Lirio, ranked 9,187, with 5 challenge wins, 98 wins in 192 games, and 1.38 KD. We move over to Operation Blitzkrieg rank 2. They're ranked 34. They have 13 wins and 0 losses, which is off to a good start. They have 3 notable wins: La Meute Sauvage, Compañía Guaya, and Alcatea Phantasma. So they had already beaten Alcatea Phantasma, either by the time that I made this video, or this will be the second one. I'll double check later on. But it could be that they have 2 wins over Alcatea already. They have Workimu, ranked 54,378 in the game, with 4 challenge wins and 21 wins in 148 maps, with a 1.74 KD. GP, ranked 7,626, with 6 challenge wins, 70 wins in 117 games, and a 1.98 KD. Benzemax 9, 5,372, 5 challenge wins, 44 wins in 76 games, and a 2.73 KD. E. Adrian II, ranked 19,147, with 3 challenge wins, 29 wins in 44 maps, and a 1.74 KD. And finally, Sidimo, ranked 9,012, with 3 challenge wins, 37 out of 78 wins, and a 2.18 KD. So Operation Blitzkrieg 2 won 1,065 versus 848 over Alcatea Phantasma on day 5. So we're just going to take a look at how the map was before then, and we'll just see how it progressed through there. So on day 2, it looks like Alcatea Phantasma lost a province to Denmark right here, while they were pushing down through the south into Denmark. They also took out the Switzerland and Belgium AIs as well, and the African side of Portugal. It looks like the French team pushed back by taking out Portugal, the side AI, and Serbia. That's what it looks like they countered with. Pushing through, just some fun talking back and forth. I enjoy that inside there. Let's see if we have any changes. Doesn't look like the map has any changes except for the recapture of that AI down there. And Russia had lost a province up in the north. Moving on over to day 4, you see that that Russia has held the line there, but they landed and captured into Morocco, and it looks like, judging by the change there, I forgot to mention earlier that Poland had been subdivided out there. So no big changes on that day. Then you turn around into day 5, and that's just the end. So that will have been when the surrender took place. 1065 to 848, that's the final point. And it looks like they would have, there you go. So they accepted the surrender. and that was the end of the map. So at this point, it looks like the map that you see up here is likely just full cleanup mode just to end the game sooner, is where that kicked in. So congratulations to Opération Blitzkrieg 2, and we'll see if Alcatea Phantasma can push back on the very next map. Seeing as we have both games on this one ended, if I see the scores properly, it should be the Shadows of War ranked first, Operations Blitzkrieg ranked 2, Alcatea Phantasma ranked 3, and Ordine Supremo delle Achille ranked 4th is the way that I would be reading this. We'll see if that's correct. We head on over to Group C for the breakdown. Group C has Starsi Pinoy, Generales del Estado Mayor, Spregui di Gadi, and Ghost Company. The first map we're going to take a look into is Starsi Pinoy versus Ghost Company. So Starsi Pinoy is ranked 88. They have 9 wins and 2 losses. Their notable wins are over Hellreapers Elite, Les Loups Suprêmes, Battle Cry Academy, Mano Negra, The Big 7, Eliterna Wataha, which is essentially saying that 7 of their 9 wins are considered to be notable wins, which shows that they have a really high number of excellent wins and tough matches that they've played, giving them excellent experience. They're led by Jen Anders PL1, ranked 20,611 with 9 challenge wins, 54 wins in 80 games, and a 1.65 KD. They have Locash 95 with ranked 34,222, 8 challenge wins, 24 wins in 136 maps, and a 1.14 KD. Staka 91 ranked 10,611 with 5 challenge wins, 42 wins in 77 games, and a 1.32 KD. Lukjan P, 19,392 with 7 challenge wins, 42 wins in 73 games, and a 1.42 KD. And Combat 18, 67,275 with no challenge wins, 16 wins in 54 games, and a 1.54 KD. Over with Ghost Company, they're ranked 71st in the game. They have 13 wins and 6 losses. Their notable wins are over Supreme Corporation, Cojones, Intocabeli, Lamet Sanglant, and Les Loups Suprêmes, which is 5 notable wins in 13 wins, which is a really high number there as well. On their team, they have Valentin_FR, ranked 6,565, 13 challenge wins, 42 wins in 69 maps, and a 1.34 KD. Empereur Polo Triple L, 32,173, 3 challenge wins, 30 wins in 154 maps, and a 1.34 KD. Mukiden, 4,974 with 22 challenge wins, 62 wins in 157 maps, and a 1.45 KD. Tech Berserker, 41,556 rank, 6 challenge wins, 18 wins in 37 maps, and a 1.95 KD. Wolfram 31, 37,611 is the rank, 2 challenge wins, 16 wins in 55 maps, and a 1.09 KD. So this map is ongoing, and let's just take a look at where we are now. So as you can see, Alliance 2 is in blue. That's the French team of Ghost Company, and Starcy Pinoy is Alliance 1 on the green team. So currently right now, Ghost Company is up 1,027 to 918. It looks like the main difference is here, and I'm just going to jump back through the days quickly. Other than AI, there's really just one thing to notice, and it's that southern province of Russia, which has flipped and has been taken over by the French team. So other than that, all you're just seeing is that a lot of AI has been taken out. So the French team took out Belgium, combined in Switzerland. They took out all of the Balkan AI, including Greece, while Starcy Pinoy came back by taking out Portugal, finishing off Africa, and Poland, and as well the Danish capital, but they left the big provinces of Denmark here, and as well Iceland is still there. I'm going to go back and I'm going to take a quick look at the KD, because it doesn't look like there's been much movement short of Austrian Ottoman both hitting Russia and having success there. So it looks, I'll just take a quick look through here. Very minor fighting between Spain and France. Spies going back and forth. So it looks like they tried to spy down military sabotage in Kishinev. And judging by the 3 losses to 31,000 kills, it looks like there was some measure of success there. And you can see that they even caught Russia reinforcing, because they captured Kishinev, and over the next 2.5 hours, or over the next hour, they caught reinforcements that came in. So it looks like they captured it and killed off the reinforcements that were coming in. That I wonder if the reinforcements got trapped outside with a third-party diplo toggle as they were reinforcing. If they did, that is an excellent move there by the French team, by Ghost Company. We'll see if we can get more information on that later on. Looking at this map here, you can see that the second part of Poland was actually captured by Sweden down here. So that would have given Sweden a place where they can build up troop morale lower down, which is something that we saw in some of the HAT maps going on, which is a very nicely done move. And we're seeing more and more of this. It looks like Austria had a hand in taking some of the Balkans, and as well they took out the one Swiss province while France took out the other. But the main part was that UK landed and took out this line right here, all of Belgium. So we'll see how things keep progressing on this map. So far, General Landers, 31 kills and 6 losses, probably mostly AI, 46 and 15, 47 to 50, which is fairly even, 9 to 8, and 31 to 43. So I wonder what happened with Morocco. We're going to dig back into the newspaper back a couple days, focusing in on what Morocco might have done there. Over to Ghost Company. You'll see 99 and 16 for Austria-Hungary, 108 to 20 for Ottoman, 32 to 6 for France, 38 and 17 for Great Britain, that was AI, and 35 and 10 for Italy. Let's go back over to the newspaper, focusing more specifically on Morocco, and we'll see if we catch anything. I'm going to go straight back to day 2, because that's usually where things happen. Morocco and Portugal, 5 losses, 20 kills. That's still missing a bunch of the kills, which is what I was thinking of what happened. This looks like some of the diplo toggles would have been happening between Austria and Morocco. Right here, Morocco versus Italy. So Morocco lost 22 of their troops. Italy lost 9. So let's see. So looks like Italy had taken Kairouan either off a revolt, so that would have been a recapture. Then you have scouts. Morocco captures Cagliari, which is one of the islands. Some more, bunch more scouts that get killed. And let's see if there's a follow-up or a recapture. Looks like Morocco lost 8 troops to France in the islands, or in the water on day 4. So you see that Morocco captures Cagliari here, and took some losses doing it, but not a heavy amount. They also lost a bunch of scouts, and Italy hasn't tried to recapture that island, so we'll see if that changes. Right now, it looks like Ghost Company is up, just mainly due to the AI that they're holding, not having lost anything beyond an island of Italy, and taking that southern province in Russia. So we'll see how day change affects it. That is in an hour and 10 minutes from the time of this recording. It won't be posted until after day change, so we'll see if I put an edited or an updated number inside of either the next video or in the description. We'll see how time frame works out on this. We head on over to the second map of Group C, that is Spriguidicati versus Generales del Estado Mayor. This was the last map to start. I'm actually just going to refresh because it's day 2 starts on 29 seconds, so we won't see any AI changes or anything. So this is going to be just a very quick breakdown of who is where and what it looks like. So Spriguidicati is ranked 56 with 15 wins and 4 losses. Their notable wins are over Pato del Mare del Norte and Risiconi. So I have heard, and I haven't gotten this confirmed, but I heard that they won the Italian tournament. So that is where that win over Pato del Mare del Norte was, and it is giving them some tournament experience. However, with me not being very familiar with all of the Italian teams, I was unable to find if some of the wins that they had would have qualified as notable wins in the time that we had. So that's why I only have those 2 wins there, as marked as notable wins. On their team, they have Toro Seduto, 81, ranked 8,302 with 10 challenge wins, 41 wins in 63 maps, and a 2.47 KD. Obex 92, ranked 35,844 with 6 challenge wins, 35 wins in 55 maps, and a 1.96 KD. Ivan TK Dot, ranked 7,725 with 23 challenge wins, 160 map wins in 278 games, and a 1.25 KD. Black Adam 1, ranked 3,363 with 12 challenge wins, 106 wins in 155 maps, and a 2.35 KD. Soltano Leo, ranked 60,474 with no challenge wins, 25 map wins in 37 games, and 1.92 KD. Over for Generales del Estado Mayor, they are ranked as, they're marked down as Team 2 or Lions 2 on here. They're ranked 70 with 8 wins and 2 losses. Their notable wins are over La Federación, Ikereti, Orden Ashura, Golden Win, and Mano Negra. On their team, they have Nando 87530, ranked 4,988 with 47 challenge wins, 111 map wins in 134 maps, and a 1.9 KD. Nevas del Troy, ranked 24,689 with 0 challenge wins, 14 wins in 22 maps, and a 2.72 KD. Orvan Thunder, ranked 159 with 11 challenge wins, 48 wins in 117 maps, and a 3.03 KD. Anthony 0909, ranked 1,350, 5 challenge wins, 68 wins in 111 maps, and a 2.78 KD. And the person to trigger the map, which started after I took the video, or after I took down my notes, is Fedestark. Fedestark is ranked 4,773. They have 9 challenge wins. They have 72 wins in 111 public games and a 3.50 KD. So good luck to both of these teams as they start their map and as they head into the start of being able to capture AI, which would have started already. So let's just get our first live update change. So it looks like Alliance 1 has a 750 to 726 points lead. Very slight change from the first one. So we have Alliance 1 is in the lead right now. And that was Spriguidicati. We head on over to Group D for the Group D breakdown. This is probably one of the best groups in this tournament, and you'll see why in a second. 4 teams: Pato del Mare del Norte, Companhia Aguaya, Nelva Academy, and United Salesian Legion. These four teams are, quite frankly, either some of the greatest teams in the game or the academy of one of the greatest teams of this last year. It is just, quite frankly, absolutely stacked. With that, we're going to get into our first of these two maps inside this group, Pato del Mare del Norte versus the United Salesian Legion. I'm going to start off by introducing the teams, and then we'll get into a bit more of the map. First off, we have Pato del Mare del Norte, ranked number 2 in the game. 139 wins and 6 losses. Their notable wins include wins over Honra y Patria, Ordine de Leombre, Regimento Arditi, Shadowhunters, IBAB2, the Royal Arab Guard, the Strategists, Les Mercenaires, Levi Victus. Their players on the map include Comor, ranked 15,189 with 44 challenge wins, 144 wins in 225 games, and a 2.25 KD. Saskovic, 5,581, 8 challenge wins, 58 wins in 116 maps, a 2.37 KD. Charlinsky, 4,278 is their ranking, 28 challenge wins, 117 wins in 184 maps, and a 2.18 KD. Ciro El Immortale, ranked 3,302, 6 challenge wins, 136 wins in 271 maps, and a 2.07 KD. WTF Kern, ranked 2,237 with 23 challenge wins, 107 wins in 170 maps, and 2.49 KD. They are going up against the United Salesian Legion. United Salesian Legion are ranked 37th in the game. They have 63 wins and 7 losses. Their most notable win comes over LNZ. Their 5 on the map are Shadowrun 5, ranked 11,219, with 7 challenge wins and 49 wins in 54 games and a 3.13 KD. Arston, 7,323, 8 challenge wins, 67 wins in 96 games, and a 1.67 KD. Cedric 95, ranked 3,825, 55 wins in 127 games and a 2.17 KD. Jojo DHJ, ranked 2,368, 46 challenge wins, 139 wins on 285 maps, and a 1.81 KD. And Bunyo, ranked 1,892, 6 challenge wins, 89 wins in 134 maps, and a 1.72 KD. So what you can see here is that we are starting off with Pato in Alliance 2 and USL in Alliance 1. So let's take a quick look to see what it looks like now. Alright, so it looks like Pato del Mar Norte has lost some significant lands in Russia, and we'll get into that a little bit more. Right now, it's day 10, and USL, United Salesian League, has a 1,058 to 874 points lead over Pato del Mar Norte. With those losses in Russia, though, I suspect that morale's playing an issue, but we'll see how that plays out into it a little bit more. Poland is still standing in. All the AI is gone. Let's just see how and when that sort of broke through. So you're going to start off on day 2. Looks like the UK manages to land in Belgium. Up here, looks like Ottoman Empire has cleaned out Serbia and has cleaned out Serbia between them, as well as Africa down here. Switzerland is still left alone. Portugal was not completed, which is interesting to see. And that's what we're looking at for AI. On the next day change, the UK gets kicked out of Belgium, and Portugal gets finished off. Then looks like everything holds still for a day, holds still for yet another day. Day 6, the AIs down here have been removed by now. It looks like one province would have gone to Russia, but all the rest go to USL. So at this point, it's a very close match, and it's just dead set between the two. But at this stage, Pato del Mar Norte is up by 3 points. Then we're still sitting here. There's no big changes. It looks like Switzerland has gone fully into Pato del Mar Norte. But with all the AI down here, that's sort of balancing out and leaning a bit towards USL. But not a big break. This right here happens. This is very interesting. Because I'm trying to see how they got through. So it looks like, yeah. So it looks like what happened was Poland got attacked by Pato del Mar Norte, probably trying to shore up and close that off, yet somehow that one territory slipped through and became a part of Austria. It says Kovna has fallen, so I'm interested to see how that played out, because they captured just the one. So right there, USL has one province up there in the north of Russia. But then when you turn around the very next day, it looks like they fully broke through. They gutted through these bottom lines here and just took out all these provinces on the side. And from there, the run was on. They never took the capital. So Pato del Mar Norte managed to hold on to the capital. But that huge area here is going to be dealing with morale issues. And it looks like they tagged in a landing on the bottom. And took back one province in the south. So pushing Russia back to its original lines. But what we're looking at right here is one push came in through here. I'm unsure how they took this province. And from here, it was just a straight shot in and up, just causing as much havoc as they possibly can. Let's take a look at the morale. And yeah, Russia's morale is absolutely tanked and in problems. France in the areas that they captured hasn't managed to pull the morale back in. Spain is mostly back, except for the last provinces captured. Same thing with Morocco. Ottoman is having a little bit more issues because they have more AI that they captured. But Sweden and in Russia are really big problems, and that's going to be having a large impact on there. With Austria being able to attack through there and still have that super high morale, I'm guessing that they put a lot of resources into Austria in order to hold and to get a strong army to push into open gaps. The other map on here is Compañía Aguaya versus Nelva Academy. Compañía Aguaya, looks like this game is over, and Compañía won 1,032 to 806 on day 4. So we're just going to do a quick breakthrough of the small gaps that were created and introduce the teams. So first things first, we are going to introduce Compañía Aguaya. So Compañía Aguaya is ranked 49th in the game. They have 40 wins and 15 losses. Their notable wins are over Ejército Fantasma, Honra y Patria, Pride of Lions, Golden Wind, Aibaptu, Brabantía Kurguru, World Union, Alcatea Fantasma, Orden Ashura, Caballeros da Orden de Cristo. So that's just really a huge list of some very established teams as well as last year's AT champions. There's just some really good wins on there. The players that they have inside here are O Estagiado ranked 41,745. 2 challenge wins, 26 wins in 123 maps, and a 1.4 KD. Mag S14, 29,805. 2 challenge wins, 27 wins out of 55 maps, and a 2.51 KD. O Mariachi ranked 27,526 with no challenge wins, I guess one now. 38 wins in 62 maps and a 1.92 KD. Marshall Kiarna, 62,334, 5 challenge wins, 31 wins in 49 games and a 1.83 KD. And 2 Mate, 26,066 with 3 challenge wins, 26 wins in 36 games and a 1.78 KD. So there's not a lot of challenge experience on this team, but they come from a very experienced alliance, especially in challenges, and I think that that's something which filters through a bit. They were up against Nelva Academy, who's ranked 207. They have 3 wins and 0 losses. Out of those 3 wins, one of them was over Compañía Aguaya, that they played before this map, and Ordine Supremo de Aquile, who's playing in both tournaments. Their players are Capitan Demolition, 5,154 is the rank, 3 challenge wins, 27 wins in 53 games, and a 1.73 KD. Manoir SSNP, 49,311, 3 challenge wins, 13 wins in 32 games, and a 1.32 KD. Satner, 4,063, 9 challenge wins, 38 wins in 93 games, and a 2.4 KD. Gur, 90,890, no challenge wins to date, and 6 wins in 182 games, and a 116 KD. And Romandu, ranked 515,161, with 1 challenge win, 4 wins in 8 games, and a 1.45 KD. So the French team, Nelva Academy, was playing as Alliance 1. So let's just take a quick look and see how this went. Quite simply, first day of AI happened. They took out Switzerland, Portugal, and I'm trying to see if they pushed in a little bit on the AI down here, maybe on Serbia. It just looks so strange. And they landed in Greece. Very aggressive. Potentially very well played. Let's see who landed in Greece, because that might say something that explains the rest. So Greece got attacked by Ottoman, but who got that landing? Yeah, so it looks like Serbia got attacked by quite a few countries there. Greece got attacked by Italy, so Italy managed to get a landing in Pyrgos. Down, is that Pyrgos? Yes, down there. Now, Pyrgos is a good spot. It's a good spot to get a landing because it's far from anything. But the problem is that if Ottoman can just fort up those two, Ottoman can just fort up Salonika and can cut off the entryway into Constantinople. If it captures Larissa or Athena, it gives it a lot of time defensively, extra time to build those forts up and to move troops over. Pyrgos is the easiest place to land, but it's also the easiest place to cut off if you're playing as Ottoman. Let's go back and see what happened in the next day. Austria just got collapsed. It's quite simply what it is, and I think UK also got a landing in France. That's a very tough 1-2 punch. There you go. So yeah, there was that landing in France. Great Britain lost 2 troops. France lost none, so it was a wide open landing down there, which you gotta have scouts out. Austria-Hungary split troop losses with Germany. Sweden managed to push in, even though they took huge losses, but they took 2 provinces. Italy took huge losses against both Ottoman and Germany. it looks like Romania was still fighting versus Austria-Hungary. If you're going to be attacking those AI down there, especially with so many enemies on your borders, you have to finish it off on that day, because as soon as day 2 hits and enemies can attack you, if you're still fighting AI, that's just wasted troops that you need to have on the border. And Austria-Hungary split with Russia. So what you're seeing there is that Austria-Hungary split or did better in every single war that they were in. But quite frankly, they just got outmatched. Too many troops there, not enough defenses there, and just not enough troops to play defense everywhere. And they just got overrun. And just like that, you've got the landing in France, where France didn't lose any troops, meaning that they didn't have anyone to kill the British. So the British landed, I'm guessing, some more wide open land. Austria got holes poked through in several different areas as well. It's just a very tough place to be. And as well, Italy got kicked out of Greece. So you've got losses in 3 areas, and just like that, that's the end of the map. And I can see that. There's just some small things there that you can see that could have been cleaned up. But quite frankly, I think Austria needed to finish off the AI and not focus so much on the AI. I think they needed to have... France needed to have better scouts out. That way they could see what was happening up north. I think Italy needed to make that play on the AI that they were hoping to make south of Austria. And Morocco should have moved into assisting on defensive positions somewhere. If Spain covers France, then France can move into Austria, and I think that delays it, or at least stops some of the issues that we see there, or at the very least allows Austria to spend more troops on the AI captures they were hoping to do. It's going to be interesting to see what they do on the next map. Things like this, it's just a weird map. 3 things didn't go their way. 3 things that probably often do go Nelva's way just didn't go their way. And you can't make mistakes against a team of Compañía Guaya's strength and caliber, because they will capitalize, and that's what they did. So I want to say congratulations to Compañía Guaya, and good luck to Nelva Academy in your next 2 matches in this tournament. We head on over to Group E. Group E is another good group, but just like Group B, this group, all their matches are completely done. Both games have a win already, so we have a first glance at the standings as well. So inside this group, inside Group E, we have the Ronins, La Meute Sanglante, Divisão Pombo, and the Royal Arab Guard. With that, we're going to get into the first map, the Ronins versus Royal Arab Guard. On this one, despite the map, so this map officially ended 1,078 to 596 on day 5, but they finished off to 1,500 just to get the full points on it. That way they didn't have to wait for a go to close it off, but the score will officially be 1,078 to 596. I'm going to start off by introducing the Ronins. The Ronins are ranked 98 in the world. They have 9 wins and 3 losses. Their notable wins are over Alcatea Phantasma, Boot Brigade, and TWC. On this map, they have Akars ranked 146,546. He has 3 challenge wins, 18 wins in 29 maps, and 1.57 KD. They have the second player from the German Empire. I'm unsure how to say that. 52 challenge wins, though, ranked 2,854, 132 wins in 332 games, and a 1.51 KD. They have Sanctuary 13, ranked 614, with 19 challenge wins, 170 wins in 223 games, and a 2.43 KD. Mentos 72, ranked 23,507, 1 challenge win, 35 wins in 57 maps, and a 1.99 KD. They also have Beta 1, ranked 2,530, 7 challenge wins, 89 wins in 204 games, and a 1.34 KD. They were up against the Royal Arab Guard, ranked 27 in the world with 53 wins and 12 losses. Their only notable win, though, is over Suvorov. The 5 teams that they had on this map are iTemper 666, ranked 18,200, 20 challenge wins, 60 wins in 363 maps, and a 1.18 KD. Momo 22, ranked 872, 57 challenge wins, 177 wins in 397 games, and a 1.24 KD. EZZZ underscore 044, ranked 7,944 in the world, 6 challenge wins, 85 wins in 245 games, 1.45 KD. Troyd underscore ranked 83,320, 3 challenge wins, 18 wins in 38 games, and 1.23 KD. And Abdelrahman, 24,231, 9 challenge wins, 51 wins in 131 maps, and a 1.57 KD. That's who they had up on the other side. We're just going to take a quick look because this ended on day 5, and then they just cleaned off the map, so that would have been everything in the water. On day 2, Ottoman pushed up through Serbia, and they took out Belgium. Africa was finished off, but they left Portugal alone, which is always an interesting play. If you've got the two, you take one, but not the other. Immediately after that, Ottoman just clapped straight through Austria. Nothing could be done there. Germany got taken out by, Denmark capital got taken out by Germany on the mainland. Then, next thing you know, Austria's done on day 4. And it looks like that would have been when the surrender went through. Unless that would have been officially at the end of the previous day. Doesn't look like it. It looks like they agreed elsewhere, but Ottoman asked that the points counted from the next game day change, because at the next game day change that would have been 1,078, and as you can see there's still some points there, so those are the 596 that they had left, and after that the Royal Arab Guard would have put their troops out to sea, and Ronins would have just swept on through. So congratulations to Ronin, and good luck in future maps to both you and to the Royal Arab Guard as you guys move on to the next games in your group. Next up on the list is La Meute Sanglante versus Divisa Pombo. La Meute Sanglante won this map 1008 to 844 on day 6. So La Meute Sanglante is ranked 125th, and they have 17 wins and 8 losses. Their notable wins are over Syndicate X, Cavalleros de Orden de Cristo, Les Loups Suprêmes, Ikereti, and Generales del Estado Mayor. On their team, they have Bernasconi, ranked 54,961, 3 challenge wins, 14 wins in 27 maps, and a 1.21 KD. Vic Le Pic 70, ranked 22,296, no challenge wins, and 11 wins in 70 games, and a 1.21 KD. Satan X, ranked 56,692, 2 challenge wins, 16 wins in 32 maps, and a 1.53 KD. Albator 1, ranked 947, 21 challenge wins, 105 wins in 135 maps, and an excellent 3.52 KD. Cristo 67, 6,915 is his rank, 6 challenge wins, 25 wins in 61 games, and a 1.95 KD. They were up against Divisa Pombo, who's ranked 337. They have 1 win and 1 loss. Their win was over Hell Reaper's Academy. Their players are JJ Juninho, ranked 111,004, with 2 challenge wins, 24 wins in 108 games, and a 1.63 KD. Carver, 35,356, 1 challenge win, 37 wins in 48 games, and a 2.81 KD. El Dios de la Muerte, 11,161 is the rank, 9 challenge wins, 46 wins and 68 maps and 1.86 KD. Papa dal Canale, ranked 2078, 11 challenge wins, 78 wins in 178 games, and a 1.33 KD. And SE Baril, 34,622, 1 challenge win, 21 wins in 41 games, and a 1.93 KD. Since this one ended on day 6, let's just go back and see what happened here. So as we start off, you see that La Meute Sanglante has a nice little chunk of land here. Austria is exposed, but other than that, everything else is essentially a very small border or water. It's a very good place to be. I personally find that it's easier to defend that spot than what Divizao Pombo got. With that being said, let's get into a bit more. So the way the map starts, you see that Serbia, the capital is taken by Austria, but the land is taken by Ottoman. So Ottoman has the land and the low morale, but Austria stole that capital boost. Poland also was also taken out, and the capital and the northern province was taken out by Denmark. It looks like the one province there either would have revolted back or just was not captured initially. Let's see, or maybe a recapture. Denmark had recaptured Aarhus, so that was a recapture right before day change. That quickly got swept out of the way. The French team, La Meute Sanglante, took out Switzerland and held on to that tight. Very next day, they're pushing down into Ottoman. It looks, with the fact that they hadn't pushed through on day 2 or 3, my guess would be that Ottoman just had a bunch of troops there, but the longer you're sitting in that low morale area, what's going to end up happening is that you're losing more and more HP there, making them weaker, while Austria was able to sit inside their higher morale areas and just keep their troops stronger in order for when that gap opened up, just take a quick hit and push through there. Next up, it looks like they managed to push back a bit, but you see that Ireland on the south gets taken, and Russia pushes into that AI down there and up north on Belgium. But the UK has essentially fallen and gone down. Spain and France got their main landings. And at that point, it looks like the UK had left their troops on their mainland. So this is actually quite interesting that so many troops were defending and still weren't able to hold on to that landing. That's just quite frankly something that I find shocking. I know when you have a lot of troops landing, it can be overwhelming. You'd still think that you would have seen more damage caused. And that's essentially where the surrender was, just at the end of it. So a bit more pushing down into Greece. Ottoman had been into issues but had managed to push back, but the UK had fallen, and at that point the writing's on the wall. So I want to say congratulations to La Meute Sanglante for moving forward with this win. Looking at the point, the Ronins would be in first place with 1,078 points scored, La Meute Sanglante second with 1,008. After that, it would be Divizao Pombo with 844, and then the Royal Air Guards with 596. We head on over to Group F. Group F is a group that has some very good teams in it. We start off with Royaume de Nelva, La Fédération, World Union, and Profetas. We head into the first game on here, looking at Royaume de Nelva versus Profetas. This game is actually a final. Royaume de Nelva has won 1178 to 679 on day 4. So Royaume de Nelva is the 11th ranked alliance. They have 29 wins and 8 losses. Their notable wins are over Pato del Mare del Norte, Regimento Arditi, Battle Cry, Ghost Company, La Fédération, Les Mercenaires, and Opération Blitzkrieg. They are led by Bob Sam, ranked 224, with 34 challenge wins, 141 wins in 227 maps, and a 2.89 KD. They also have Freedom Moon, ranked 156,309, with no challenge wins and 3 wins in 22 maps and a 2.05 KD. Carl_1342, ranked 35,421, with 3 challenge wins and 21 wins in 122 maps and a 1.11 KD. Diatumi, 17,349, with 14 challenge wins, 49 wins in 105 maps, and a 1.6 KD. And Seltless, with 1 challenge win, 11 wins in 32 games, and a 2.15 KD. They are up against Profetas. Profetas is ranked 90th in the world, and they have 11 wins and 7 losses. Their only notable win is over AETT Blar. On their team, they have Giovanni Gap, 52, ranked 2,767, with 8 challenge wins, 62 wins in 209 maps, and a 1.16 KD. Lampex_GG, 26,750, 1 challenge win, 38 wins in 107 games, and a 1.29 KD. Spectre Soldier, ranked 37,513, with 4 challenge wins, 30 wins in 75 games, and a 1.32 KD. Manumetas, ranked 3,684, with 13 challenge wins, 80 wins in 234 games, and a 1.08 KD. There was also Lord Franendorf, ranked 6,143, with 9 challenge wins, 65 wins in 124 maps, and a 1.89 KD. So with this having ended on day 4, let's just take a quick look at it. So what we can see is that Royaume de Nenville was Team 2. Let's just take a quick run through what happens. So on day 1, the AI that gets taken, all of Denmark, including, and I really want to highlight this, they managed to get the capital and the northernmost tip of Denmark. That's a very hard one to pull, especially when you have Germany there. If Germany makes any attempt at getting these, there's really not much you can do to beat them out. It comes down to placement, and Germany has the capability of taking that out. As well, it looks like they would have taken over one of the AIs up here. Not two, just the one. And on the other side, Profetas countered by taking out Portugal, both in Africa and on the mainland. That one AI province of Denmark, and the second AI down there. And then Germany gets collapsed in that game. Right there, that's essentially what happens. Germany gets collapsed. Let's take a look through the newspaper and see where it came from and what happened. And you'll notice Italy actually countered into the bottom of France. That's just not enough to make that difference there. So let's see. So Poland gets hit by Russia and it goes straight through. Let's see where they came out on the other side. So it looks like Sweden managed to capture the capital of Germany, as well as taking some of the Belgian AIs that had gone back to him, with very minimal losses there. That's actually really the most shocking part, is how few losses there are on there. I wonder who soaked up those ones. So France and Germany, 37-28. Austria-Hungary did the biggest damage to Germany, taking out 54,000 losses. That's Russian Empire. And then Russia went through into Germany as well. So the first one was Königsberg and Danzig and Breslau. Right there. That's right on the other side of Poland. So they went through Poland, and they were heading into Germany from there. So they managed to take Königsberg. They pushed through the top. France caused damage. Austria Austria caused damage as well down here on the front, and Russia came through Poland. So it was just essentially Germany got left alone, was not able to get enough defensive help or pressure put elsewhere in order to dissuade that attack. To be fair, though, when you have Russia and Sweden coming there, and Austria and France are ignoring or not facing their pressure on the other side, it regardless would have been a 2-on-1. If Great Britain had been involved, it would have been a 3-on-1. It was a very tough position for Germany to be in regardless, but it looks like he faced a 4 versus 1, and as soon as he collapsed, they surrendered at the next day change because that's how it ended. Quick game. I wonder if they'll take into consideration ways that we'll see. We'll see how Profetas responds to this, because Profetas could easily sit there and say, we got tag teamed 4-1 and we lost and it's a fluke play and it happens, we'll come back next map. Or they could take a look and see, are there ways and strategies that they can develop to better help defend or to cause just different dominoes to fall in order to give Germany a better chance to win. Because you're right, 4 versus 1 is incredibly difficult, but I'm certain there are other things you can do to help decrease the pressure on Germany to give Germany a better chance. That way you can exploit it elsewhere. I have a couple ideas myself, but honestly, I'd like to see, as opposed to me just giving all of the ideas out, I think it's good for different people to put comments. Maybe put some comments in the comment section of this video if you have some ideas, and maybe we can just workshop areas where, as a community, all of our teams can improve. Next up, we have La Fédération versus World Union. We head on over to the second match of Group F. This is La Fédération versus World Union, or ... World Union ... We'll start off by introducing the teams, and then we'll get into it a little bit more, since this game is still active. World Union is ranked 260, 2065. They have 1 win and 8 losses, and their win is versus their academy. On their team, they have Brandis 14, 0 challenge wins, 22 wins in 43 maps, and a 1.89 KD. Howell ZM, ranked 121,185, 0 challenge wins, 8 wins in 27 games, and a 1.55 KD. FS 420, 18,435, 4 challenge wins, 26 wins in 51 maps, and a 1.71 KD. BG Line 1, ranked 12,912, 3 challenge wins, and 46 wins in 123 games, and a 1.27 KD. And Lloydie 780, 117,585 with no challenge wins, 7 wins in 24 games, and a 1.68 KD. Over on the other team, you have La Fédération. They're ranked 244 in the world. They have 6 wins and 6 losses, and the best win on their record is versus Schwarzy Shar, who is currently competing in the HAT tournament, and I believe they won their first map, if my memory serves me right. They have Sir Yato, ranked 818, 9 challenge wins, 47 wins in 273 maps, and a 1.33 KD. Neodan _, 13 challenge wins, 92 wins in 593 maps, and a 1.6 KD. Flint Loco, 33,645, no challenge wins, 23 wins in 57 games, and a 1.94 KD. Christian Jam, ranked 27,886, 3 challenge wins, 7 wins in 99 games, and a 1.21 KD. And Unidad Republicana, 4,967, with 12 challenge wins and 50 wins in 92 games, and a 2.51 KD. So let's see where we are at right now. So they're just talking about other stuff on the map. But this is day 10. And on day 10, Alliance 1 is winning 1,167 to 797. So Alliance 1, let's see, that is the one that has Sweden. So that is going to be La Federación, who's up in the lead right now. Let's take a closer look at how this map has progressed. Clearly, Russia's in a bad state, as is Ottoman, but France, UK, and Germany are holding. So first off, we're just going to take a look into the AI a little bit more. So it looks like part of Serbia was taken by Team 2, right along here by La Federación, but the other two AI on the coast were taken out by World Union. World Union also took out the top of Denmark, but there's one thing I want to highlight: Greece. As they take out Greece and South, Greece manages to land on Ottoman and takes a province. Just a big loss and a big thing to take. It's really sucks when that happens, but it is something which does happen to even the best of us at times. Just a moment of oversight, a scout missing a switchover, or communication not being received by the team, by the player in that corner. It happens, but it's just a harsh lesson to learn and a harsh experience to go through. You also see here Portugal, both in Africa and on the mainland, has been taken out by La Federación. Next step, Italy is just pushing straight through into Austria, and that northern Russian province has been taken. Meanwhile, Ottoman has retaken the province that they had lost, and they're pushing north into Austria. So it looks like Austria started off. Actually, never mind. So Italy did not push into Austria because Austria was on their team. So it looks like there was a combined hit into Austria that started to push them back a bit. And let's see what happens. So next up, you have Russia gets another landing that goes through here. You can go through this top and take out that top province, or you can go over water. There's two different ways of doing it. I'm just going to highlight this right here. You can cut from here through Vologda and take Archangel without taking any defenses. That's why once Kandelashkaya has fallen, you really threaten all these three provinces, but these two are the best ones to defend because of the long walks in. So if you lose Kandelashkaya, it's almost worth just letting Archangel go and to focus your secondary line of defense at your capital and Vologda, because you can easily move those troops back and forth and just get extra defensive lines set up. Then it just kind of holds steady. Let's just sort of see if there's anything new on the Austria front. So Ottoman had pushed in but had taken heavy losses in doing so. What else had happened? Greece was still alive back then. Germany was fighting Morocco. Italy and Germany. Nothing else on Austria. Let's see if more had happened to Austria on this day. France, but not many kills there. That was still that Austria Ottoman. I'm trying to see if Germany got involved as well. So Russia. Russia got a big hit down there, which caused a lot of struggle there. And Germany and Austria, but not a lot. You'd almost really want Germany to be pushing heavier down in that area, just because there is that opportunity to do so, especially when you have Ottoman and Russia both putting pressure. If you can free up anything, that would really have put so much more pressure. But it looks like Austria, from where they're currently at, looks like they held on. So we had seen day 5. Day 6, Austria starts to push back and to retake some of their land. Let's see if that was Austria or Italy. So it looks like Italy did it. So Italy's pushing through Austria and freeing up those lands on that counter push. Huge losses for Russia, very light losses for Italy. Germany is still dealing with Denmark, which should have been done 3-4 days earlier. Greece is still alive and is still fighting the Ottoman Empire. There's just some AI cleanup that's still taking place that should have been done a lot earlier, especially on the part of World Union. Day 7, there we go. Looks like Austria just pushed through and retook a lot of their lands that they had lost before. Ottoman gets pushed back because remember they had taken those heavy losses earlier, so they've got far less troops. They had finally taken out those small provinces from Greece, but just the troops that were needed to be spent on that when they should have been up here on the border finishing off Austria or closing off the gap, that way Italy couldn't push through, weren't able to be done, and at this point you can easily see that Ottoman is now cut off. Italy posted in the newspaper, anger can be reversed into joy, anger can be reversed into sadness, but a devastated country cannot rise again, and the dead cannot come back to life. Quite true. So at this point, the kills between Austria and Russia have pretty much evened out. Italy, I have no idea where those troops are, but they just broke through the line somewhere because it's only 10 kills and 6 losses, and they made it quite far down, even capturing the capital. Let's see if there's more stuff happening elsewhere. Not many losses. Italy just broke through Russia's lines, is just taking nearly empty provinces. Everything else is just very low, not much going on. Not much going on between the rest of the countries. Let's see what day 8 looked like. Day 8, I would guess that revolts went back their way. I don't see it as there being a counterattack. Revolt. Does that do the recaptures? Revolt. So we've got some more fighting there. So that would be as the Greek troops come back, but still not much going on there. And another revolution there. So quite a few revolutions happened on day 8. Recaptures and some more fighting. And then the next thing you see is pretty much the map where it's at now. Polish province on the bottom gets taken, but the main Polish land gets there. After that, you've got Russia that's down its heels. Ottoman has been pushed off there, so now Ottoman, the only way they can get back involved in the game is with a landing. Incredibly difficult to do, probably won't happen. There's no breakthroughs anywhere else. Let's just take a look and see what the morale map looks like, because that will probably be having an impact on the scores. Oh yeah, so once Austria, Hungary, and Sweden get these morale starting to go up, we're going to see a massive difference. Ottoman's going to start collapsing into its morale. Germany has some issues on its new captures. So and Russia has morale issues as well. But I suspect that even if not a single other province gets captured or traded, I think that we'll very much see this essentially be a game that's over, just because morale would really push this map to La Fédération's way. But as always, this game isn't Supremacy 1914 because teams just sit around. There is action, there are attacks, and even though it's hard without me seeing the full map or the troops, and with one of their members being essentially pushed to the brink and another one blocked off without much chance of getting back into the map, I don't know how World Union can get back, but as long as you have troops, there's always an opportunity. So we'll definitely keep an eye on this one. We now head over to Group G. Group G has Opération Blitzkrieg, Mano Negra, Eliterna Wataha, and IBAB 2. I don't know what's going on with IBAB 2. We'll get a little bit more into these breakdowns, but we won't look into this map much. So Operation Blitzkrieg, they're ranked as 8. They have 36 wins and 8 losses. Their notable wins are wins over Royaume de Nelva, Compañía Aguaya, Pato del Mar del Norte, Honre Patria, Syndicate X, Ejército Fantasma, Ghost Company, Caballeros de Orden de Cristo, Hell Reapers Elite, Battle Cry, La Mode Sanglante, Strategists, Supreme Corporation, Les Loups Suprêmes, Les Mercenaires. That's really a huge list of teams. They fight against the best alliances all over the world, and it really shows in the experience and especially in how they lay out their training programs, also for their academy as well. It's very nicely done. I'm just going to briefly highlight the players. I said I'm not going to pull open the rest of the map, and I'll explain why later. They have Thorfinn V2, ranked 11,865, 14 challenge wins, 34 wins in 98 games, 1.80 KD. Aguilar Ludo, 8,882, 29 challenge wins, 96 wins in 124 maps, 2.19 KD. RIF6, 9,607, 18 challenge wins, 52 wins in 174 maps, a 1.66 KD. A55 As in 5,927, 8 challenge wins, 41 wins in 47 maps, and a 3.15 KD. And Lay's Original ranked 18,687 with 11 challenge wins, 59 wins in 117 games, and 2.00 KD. They were up against IBAB2. IBAB2 was ranked 285. They had 5 wins and 7 losses. So their notable wins are over Ejército Fantasma and Alcatea Fantasma and Risiconi. On their team, they had Waterboy 28, ranked 20,489 with 0 challenge wins, 24 wins in 46 maps and 1.26 KD. Anglo-Saxon 1, ranked 60,645 with 0 challenge wins, 11 out of 16 wins, and a 2.45 KD. Grotebert, 9,367, 4 challenge wins, 56 wins in 91 games, and a 1.68 KD. Stumpy 1, 11,970 is the rank, no challenge wins, 35 wins in 132 games, and a 1.29 KD. And Bekovoci ranked 112,840 with 1 challenge win, 16 wins in 30 maps, and a 2.2 KD. So the reason I'm not getting into this too much is because IBABTU's commander had a real life accident, and our thoughts and prayers are with him. They're, like they said, they're in the newspaper, organizing players not available anymore due to the private circumstances, and they can't find a decent replacement, so they're forfeiting this game. Quite frankly, real life happens. These things come up, and it's very unfortunate. We really do hope that IBABT's organizing player is able to recover or come back from whatever happened to them, and we will see if they continue on in this tournament or what some alternatives are. That was spoken about at length back and forth. I don't know if the organizers came up with an official decision, but it is something that definitely impacts the whole group. So right now, just the final score puts it as 751 to 734 as the win for Operation Blitzkrieg. The next game on this team is Mano Negra versus Eliterna Wataha. This map was actually won by Mano Negra on day 6, 1,053 to 812. They then stuck around and collected the points just in order to close the map out, but the official points on the standings are 1,053 to 812. Eliterna Watahu is ranked 260,036 with 0 wins and 3 losses, but all 3 of their losses came to great teams. On their roster, they have Pan Williams, ranked 1,598, 19 challenge wins, 192 wins in 335 games, and a 1.49 KD. Does no longer carry the Alliance tag as of the time of my making the notes. Pan Pickaxe, ranked 1,591, 17 challenge wins, 224 wins in 343 games, and a 1.58 KD. Evanek ranked 4,532 with 8 challenge wins, 67 wins in 139 maps, and 1.66 KD. Rafi Butcher ranked 2,625 with 12 challenge wins, 288 wins in 431 games, and a 1.39 KD. And Call Me Cole ranked 230,092 with no challenge wins, 8 wins in 20 maps, and 1.71 KD, and was also no longer showing as being in the alliance. I do not know if this is temporary with this group going through what happened. Who knows how it will finish off, especially with IBAB2's situation, but this is another team that potentially has 2 players that left the alliances as well, so we'll have to see next month and on the next map if they are able to field a team or not. Mano Negra is ranked 130 with 11 wins and 5 losses. Their notable wins are over AET Blur and the Big 7. On their roster, they have Bone Crusher 1712, ranked 4,273 with 2 challenge wins, 21 wins in 42 games, and a 1.75 KD. Venhoff ranked 9,199 with 6 challenge wins, 30 wins in 49 games, and a 1.69 KD. 51 Not Nick, which suspiciously makes me think his name is Nick, ranked 2,646, 10 challenge wins, 31 wins in 52 games, and a 1.81 KD. Puchero ranked 3,024 with 10 challenge wins, 66 wins in 241 maps, and a 1.80 KD. And Rasca Nutrias ranked 48,196, 5 challenge wins, 34 wins in 100 maps, and a 1.41 KD. And Mano Negra is Alliance 1. So let's take a look at the newspaper and see what happened before day 6. So we start off by taking a look at what happened here. So as you can see, they have Germany all alone. This is something which they have Austria all alone. This is something which we have seen, very similar situation and on another map. And Mano Negra was able to pull this one off. So let's dig a little bit more into it. For the AI, it looks like Eliterna Wataha took out the AI on the side here. And it looks like Mano Negra countered by taking Portugal and finishing off Africa. Game day 2, they take that oil province. So this is big because even though Morocco has so much oil, just taking that extra oil province just tips the balance that much more further your way. Makes it that way less armored cars are available, and if the map continues, harder to get factories out. Eliterna Wataha takes one of the Swiss provinces, and it looks like Austria took one of the Serbian provinces, though, yes, it looks like that's what happened from here. Let's take a closer look. I'll just type in Serbia and see what happened there. So, okay, so that was taken by Ottoman. Day 4, you get that counter push. So let's see how the wars are going on, because there's clearly wars happening right inside this area. Oh, so Russia took the capital of Serbia. This is an interesting plot twist. So there we go. It looks like they gave up on day 4, and we're just sorting out the rest of the points. So that would have been when France just collapsed through Italy. 28,000 losses to 108,000 kills for Italy. That's just a huge thing. And did they take the capital? No, they had not taken the capital yet. Regardless, that was just a giant push down the middle. After that, it's just grabbing the final points needed. Italy got closed off with the exception of the one capital, and they took out the UK with the exception of the one province, and from then on, it's just a points game, putting troops to sea probably, or just backing out. I'd be interested to see how they managed to break through into northern Italy. I wonder if someone from Mano Negra would be interested in marking down in the comments how they pulled that off, because it's always interesting to see if they did something different, something new, or if they just managed to bring up all the troops from France, Spain, and Morocco and just shot straight through the top there. That's something which they easily could have done as well. We head on over to Group H, and the last group that we have to cover on the SWC. This is the group that has Liga Nardo LNZ, who's ranked 7th, L'Elu Supreme, Orden Ashura, and KVA. So the first map that we're keyed in on is LNZ versus KVA. So LNZ is ranked 7th in the world. They have 63 wins and 11 losses. Their notable wins are over the Royal Arab Guard, United Silesian Legion, Cojones, Ejército Fantasma, Operation Blitzkrieg, Blitzkrieg NL, Caballeros de Orden de Cristo, Barbambia Kurguru, Infidels, and Forcers. On their roster, they have Kamlik 55, ranked 697, 10 challenge wins, 56 wins in 83 maps, and a 2.42 KD. They have Powell 7, ranked 15,541, 0 challenge wins, 23 wins in 38 maps, and a 2.55 KD. Faz, ranked 16,734 with 55 challenge wins, 64 wins in 172 maps, and a 1.54 KD. Crooked Legs, 11,584, 3 challenge wins, 24 wins in 47 losses in 47 games, and a 2.91 KD. And Recon ranked 11,980 with 1 challenge win, 41 wins in 86 games, and a 2.30 KD. They are up against KVA, who's ranked 94th in the game. They have 20 wins and 19 losses. Their notable wins are over .TWC, OS Akastukas, and their players are Black Panther 10, ranked 12,807, with 9 challenge wins, 22 wins in 54 games, 1.38 KD. Delagostin ranked 38,434, 12 challenge wins, 35 wins in 103 games, and a 1.40 KD. Captain Fusion ranked 46,721 with 6 challenge wins, 17 wins in 29 losses, and a 1.69 KD. Lucas Dash Machado ranked 14,143 with 3 challenge wins, 26 wins in 52 maps, and a 1.87 KD. And BR Not Die ranked 27,950 with 5 challenge wins, 17 wins in 20 maps, and a 1.15 KD. Let's get into this map since it is still ongoing. So first things that you see is that it is day 10, and it looks like very little movement. Just going to break down the AI captures. So KVA will have managed to take the Danish capital, Belgium, both of the Swiss provinces, and the 2 bottom islands of Greece, as well as cleaning off Africa and Portugal. LNZ has countered by taking out all the rest of Denmark, with the exception of Iceland, Poland, and all of the Balkans, with the exception of those 2 islands down there. Let's see how close this map is right here. So LNZ is winning 1,095 to 896. I'm just going to scroll back, see if there's any changes. It does not look like there's any changes here up until you have up from the AI captures. So nothing since AI captures There's one small interesting thing back here. Denmark took out one province from Russia. Something that, like I said, is rare but does happen occasionally. So that happened there as well. Interesting little nugget there. Not many fights. I'm going to go back and take a look into the KD, but I suspect it's all low. 141 to 25, but fighting a lot of AI. 42 to 7, Poland and Denmark on the mainland. 66 to 16, helping out with the Balkans AI. 14 to 4, 41 to 11, 4 to 60. That is interesting. I'll go look through the map for that. 62 to 6, 63 to 8. But even when you're looking through it, these provinces captured and losses, there's just so few losses as well. I think I've seen only 2 losses the whole way through here. It's just such a quiet map. So little going back. Let's see what happened in Great Britain. Versus Russia. So lost 14 to Russia. Sweden. 45 to Sweden. And that happened in Kalmar. So it looks like he attempted a landing in Sweden that did not pan out. So that is where the majority of the troops were. 45 to Sweden, 14 to Russia, and 1 to Germany. Let's take a look at the morale map and see if there's something we can see on here. Spain has really bad morale. At that point, that's so bad. That's the only way we can explain it, is that Spain has just been giving up on his entire morale and resources just to funnel into everything else. Russia and Sweden are, well, that's the AI. Russia has a couple of issues down here, but it's not so bad. It's just something that can be cleaned up. But for the most part, with the exception of Spain, everyone has mostly been on top of their morale. So they're keeping on top of the resources and they're rebounding nicely. Just a couple things to clean up, and Spain is probably the biggest issue on the points right there. If I'm just purely 186. So I wonder how many provinces he has. So Spain is fairly even with the provinces. The morale is having a huge impact on the VP, and that's probably a large reason of why they're just so far back on the points, because the provinces' differences aren't so different. You could probably be expecting to see like a 1053 to like a 990 or 950 on this map, and that would be well within reason, but they're about 100 points behind where they could be, and a part of me suspects that a large reason is because of Spain's morale. So definitely a map to keep an eye out on. Artillery should have been out, but it's still a very quiet map fighting wise. So I wonder if LNZ is just sitting back, willing to let the points come into play, and just get the win and move out of there. So we'll see how this finishes off. You still have a couple days left to go, a bit over a week. So a lot can happen and a lot can change there. Let's definitely keep an eye on this one. The last map that we are covering on this tournament for getting set up here is Les Loups Suprêmes versus Orden Ashura, and this is another ongoing map. I like the fact that the map's still ongoing, because it means that it's a good fight, still continuing on. Day 10 as well. Nearly the exact same setup as the other one, as you can see. So, similar situation, I'd bet, but just leaning a little bit more towards Alliance 1. And that's pretty much what you can see, because there's a little bit more AI that's going AI one's way, because you've got the two islands, the two Greek islands, and Belgium and Switzerland that went their way as well. So that's just a little bit more of a difference. Let's get into these teams and introduce them for you guys. We are going to start off by introducing Les Loups Suprêmes. They are ranked 188. They have 12 wins and 11 losses. Notable wins are over the Shadows of War and La Meute Sanglante. They have Tiberio 01, ranked 3,816, 6 challenge wins, 20 wins in 48 maps, and a 1.30 KD. McMahon 7, 8820, with 10 challenge wins, 50 wins in 122 maps, and a 2.26 KD. J. Malogio ranked 2,748, 5 challenge wins, 97 wins in 120 maps, and a 2.44 KD. And CN_Nash ranked 42,835, 11 challenge wins, 24 wins in 141 maps, and a 1.06 KD. And Pericles 97 ranked 151,909, 5 challenge wins, 8 wins in 24 maps, and a 1.45 KD. Orden Ashura is ranked 40th in the world. They have 28 wins and 6 losses. Their notable wins are over Prometeo, Compañía Aguaya, and La Federación. On their roster, they have Thalche, ranked 2,148, 20 challenge wins, 96 wins in 344 maps, and a 1.22 KD. Ikari 1 ranked 1,842, 5 challenge wins, 56 wins in 94 maps, and a 4.37 KD. Ilumilde ranked 6,681, 7 challenge wins, 91 wins in 101 maps, and a 2.45 KD. Emperador Franco 1 ranked 4,168 with 18 challenge wins, 155 wins, and 263 maps, and a 1.92 KD. And Tudalore ranked 443 with 21 challenge wins, 209 wins in 390 maps, and a 2.01 KD. Let's take a bit of a look through the newspaper. I'm really just looking to see if there's any fights between the different countries, and just how the AI might have gone through. So far, it looks like the French team are up 1,162 to 832. So let's take a look at how that has progressed and if there's been any major changes on the front since it started. So the way that started off is same as last time. The French team took out all of Denmark with the exception of Iceland, and Portugal, mainland, and Africa got taken out. As well, down to Greece and Serbia got taken out. Main Belgium got left behind. I'm surprised that Great Britain didn't make a move on that, or France. Then Les Loups Suprêmes cut in and they took that gap there, which allows them to work their way back through that AI almost more leisurely. And after that, they finish off Belgium, and as they have time, they go through and they just take out the rest of the Balkans and finish that off. I'm just going to go straight to the end of day 10 because I'm confident that no other changes have happened. So let's just see, because there is some fighting here. France has lost 14, killed 19,000 Germans, spies, rebellions, but staying within their own country, so that's not a bad issue there. Morocco and Ottoman Empire 3 to 14. More spies. Morocco 7, Austria 12 for the losses. Great Britain versus Sweden. Sweden has lost 112,000 troops to Great Britain's 26,000. So as we go back, we'll see more of where that is and where that happened. We don't see much else. More spies. There's a ton of spy activity on this map. I very much like this. This is the AI being taken out. Spies again. The French team is doing excellent work with these spies. This is just so nice just to see that many spy reports coming up. More AI and things we had seen already. And spies again, just running a rotation on those spies. I can't wait to check the morale map, actually. This is something which I can't wait to find out what happened to Sweden and Great Britain just to find out. So Russia had 61,000 losses and UK lost 33. So it looks like there was an invasion. We're seeing London, Glasgow, Newcastle. Germany also tried something, but it looks like that actually went in Germany's favor. I'm just going to see if there's anything else that happened earlier, if they started on a landing elsewhere. Let's see, so the landing, so that was in the water, so nothing there. UK was fighting Belgium, but remember they didn't take any of that land. And spies. So it looks like they had the attack that went in on London, Glasgow, and I forgot where the other one was. But those were at least two of the landings that they tried right there, and the UK beat them back. So UK's KD is actually probably going to be very nice on this one. I'll take a closer look at it. 197 units killed, 79 units lost. So good defensive stance there, and it seems that since then it's calmed down, settled in. I did say we were going to take a look at the morale map. France has issues. There was some recent fighting there. Italy seems to have come back into place. Spain has some morale issues though. So there are some issues that are taking place on the morale, but it looks like Ordnashra is able to fight back well enough to keep it from spiraling out of control and being a big issue. We'll definitely keep an eye on this map, and I'm excited to see if they're able to push back just by being lower on points and being hammered by spies. See if they're able to come back and take advantage of the heavier losses that Russia and Sweden captured. Of course, to make them pay, you could have to do a landing, which would give them an opportunity to even out those odds. So difficult position to be in, but we'll definitely keep an eye out on that. I'm going to slide in a final update at the end of here, just written out, which shows the current scores of all the games, including any extra final scores that we have since I did my notes and did the filming. There have been some extra changes that have taken place since then. I will just write them at the end. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you made it all the way through to the end. Please like and subscribe as we go through this series of the SWC as well. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good one.